The Merkaba is much more than just a symbol. It's a living, dynamic energy field that transcends time, space, and physical dimensions. It is a sacred vehicle of light, a divine mechanism that serves as a bridge between the physical realm and higher realms of consciousness. For centuries, mystics, prophets, and spiritual seekers across cultures have been drawn to its power, using it to unlock spiritual ascension and higher states of awareness. The Merkaba is one of the most revered symbols in the realms of sacred geometry and spiritual mysticism, but its significance extends far beyond the confines of ancient teachings. If you've ever felt a pull toward higher consciousness or wondered about vehicles of ascension that can transport the soul through dimensions, then you've likely encountered the Merkaba in some form, whether in sacred texts, through personal experiences, or by divine intuition. The Merkaba hold a place of immense importance in the world of spirituality. It's not simply an idea or an abstract shape. It's an active, living force that connects the soul to divine wisdom and guidance, enabling the practitioner to break free from the limitations of the physical world. The importance of understanding the Merkaba goes beyond curiosity. It is essential for spiritual growth and enlightenment. Activating the Merkaba can lead to profound changes in your life, offering protection, raising your vibration, and acting as a light vehicle that facilitates ascension. It is the key to accessing higher dimensions, spiritual insights, and the divine realm. It offers spiritual practitioners the ability to travel beyond the material world. To understand the Merkaba is to tap into the blueprint of the universe itself. In this journey, we will explore the Merkaba's origin, its sacred geometry, its significance in spiritual traditions, and how it can be activated in our lives to bring about transformation. But first, let's dive into the deep spiritual roots of the Merkaba, examining its meaning and origin to gain a clearer understanding of why it holds such profound power. The word Merkaba is derived from ancient traditions, with roots in both Egyptian and Hebrew spiritual teachings. The name is a fusion of three key components, Mer, Ka, and Ba. In the Egyptian tradition, Ka refers to the soul's life force, the unique essence of a person's individuality. Ba represents the body, the physical form we inhabit during our earthly journey. Meanwhile, Mer means light, the divine energy that connects the soul and the body. When combined, the word Merkaba can be interpreted as the light body vehicle used by the soul to transcend physical existence and ascend to higher realms. This profound interpretation suggests that the Merkaba serves as a tool to activate the soul's full potential, uniting the body, spirit, and divine light. In ancient Egyptian mysticism, these components were not seen as separate but were viewed as interconnected aspects of the human being. The Egyptians believed that through inner balance and spiritual mastery, the soul could merge these aspects, light, body, and spirit, unlocking the power of ascension. This process allowed the soul to transcend the physical realm and journey into higher spiritual planes. The Hebrew tradition also holds the Merkaba in high esteem. The word Merkaba in Hebrew means chariot, and it appears in the mystical visions of the prophet Ezekiel, who described a divine chariot of fire, a celestial vehicle surrounded by radiant beings and wheels within wheels. Ezekiel's vision is considered by mystics as a symbolic representation of the Merkaba, the divine vehicle of ascension capable of carrying the soul to higher levels of consciousness. This vision of the heavenly chariot has long been interpreted as a representation of the divine Merkaba, illustrating the chariot's role in transporting the soul to realms of divine knowledge and spiritual truth. The concept of the Merkaba has also appeared in other mystical traditions, often under different names, but with the same fundamental purpose. Tibetan teachings speak of the rainbow body, which refers to the transformation of the body into light as a way of transcending physical death. Similarly, Vedic texts describe the divine vehicle of deities who travel between worlds, suggesting that the Merkaba is an ancient and universal concept found across cultures. Its widespread presence in different civilizations speaks to its core truth, an energetic vehicle that connects the human soul with the divine realm. Despite these ancient references, the Merkabah's significance is far from outdated. It is still highly relevant in contemporary spiritual practices. It remains a powerful tool for personal transformation, guiding individuals through the process of spiritual awakening and ascension. The Merkabah symbolizes the connection between the physical world and the divine, and it serves as a map for navigating the spiritual realms. But what exactly makes the Merkabah so powerful? The answer lies in its sacred geometry, the mathematical precision and divine proportion that form its structure. The Merkabah consists of two interlocking tetrahedrons, one pointing upward and the other pointing downward, each spinning in opposite directions. This configuration creates a dynamic energy field that surrounds the physical body, forming a geometric shape known as the star tetrahedron. This shape is not just a symbol. It is a dynamic energy field that holds immense power and potential. Sacred geometry is the language of the universe. It's the blueprint through which the universe is expressed, and it governs the structure of all life, whether it's the spiral of galaxies, the symmetry of flowers, or the formation of DNA. The Merkabah, with its perfectly balanced geometric form, serves as one of the most powerful examples of sacred geometry in action. The upward-pointing tetrahedron represents masculine energy, fire, and connection to the heavens, while the downward-pointing tetrahedron represents feminine energy, water, and connection to the earth. When these two tetrahedrons interlock and spin in opposite directions, they generate a dynamic energy field, a toroidal field of energy that surrounds and protects the physical body. This spinning energy field is the very foundation of the human light body. It acts as a protective shield, filtering out negative energy and promoting spiritual growth and ascension. The Merkabah allows the soul to transcend the physical realm and journey into higher dimensions, tapping into divine wisdom and accessing the frequencies of higher consciousness. The Merkabah is not just a tool for spiritual ascension. It is also a means of self-realization and personal transformation. Activating the Merkabah within the self can lead to profound changes in consciousness. It clears away emotional blockages, raises the vibration of the soul, and brings individuals into alignment with their highest potential. The Merkabah teaches us that we are more than just our physical bodies, that we are divine beings capable of transcending the limitations of the material world and stepping into the fullness of our spiritual power. To fully grasp the significance of the Merkabah, we must delve into its meaning and origin, tracing its roots through the spiritual traditions of ancient civilizations. The word Merkabah is a fusion of three key elements, each holding profound meaning in the spiritual realm. It is derived from Egyptian and Hebrew traditions, where each part of the term represents an essential component of the soul's journey through dimensions. In Egyptian mysticism, Ka refers to the soul's vital essence, our unique individuality and life force. The Ka represents who we are as a spiritual being, embodying our consciousness, personality, and the very essence that animates the physical body. It is the part of us that exists beyond the physical form, connecting us to the divine and the infinite. In Egyptian teachings, the Ka is what survives beyond death, carrying with it the memory and energy of the individual. It's often said that the Ka was seen as essential to spiritual rebirth, allowing the soul to transcend the cycle of birth and death. The next part of the word, Ba, represents the body. The Ba is the physical vessel, the material form that houses the soul during its time on earth. However, the Ba is not seen as simply the body in a mundane sense. It is also understood as the vehicle for spiritual consciousness, the sacred shell that carries the soul through its earthly journey. The Ba is the connection between the soul's higher self and the physical world, allowing us to experience existence in the material realm. Finally, Mer is the word for light in both Egyptian and Hebrew traditions. Light in this context is not just the physical light we see, but the divine light, the universal energy that connects everything in existence. This divine light represents spiritual awareness, illumination, and the power of the cosmos. It is the force that unifies the Ka and the Ba, linking the soul with the higher planes of existence. In many spiritual systems, light is viewed as the most potent force, the foundation of creation itself. This divine light is what fuels the soul's journey, enabling it to transcend physical limitations and merge with the infinite. When combined, the word Merkaba can be interpreted as the light body vehicle used by the soul to travel through dimensions. The Merkaba represents the integration of the body, soul, and divine light into one cohesive force, a vehicle that facilitates the soul's ascension into higher planes of consciousness. It is both a literal and figurative vehicle, one that carries the soul beyond the confines of the physical world and into the realm of the divine. In Hebrew mysticism, the term Merkaba is closely related to the idea of the chariot in the mystical visions of the prophet Ezekiel, who described a heavenly chariot composed of wheels within wheels, accompanied by radiant beings and powerful spiritual forces. This vision is often interpreted as a symbolic representation of the Merkaba, a divine vehicle capable of lifting the soul to higher realms of awareness. The Hebrew Bible speaks of this chariot as a vehicle of divine ascension, guiding the soul through the celestial realms and offering glimpses into the divine nature of the universe. The Merkaba vision described in Ezekiel's writings, often called the chariot of fire, is central to Kabbalistic and other mystical traditions. In the Kabbalah, the Merkaba is not only a symbol of the divine chariot, but also a tool for spiritual ascension, used by practitioners to journey through the various layers of heaven. The process of using the Merkaba to ascend is a deep spiritual practice that requires meditation, purification, and a connection to the divine. Through both the Egyptian and Hebrew traditions, we see the same essential truth. The Merkaba represents the soul's journey through dimensions, an energetic vehicle that allows the spirit to transcend the material world and connect with divine consciousness. These teachings were not merely symbolic, but were practical tools for spiritual seekers who wish to ascend to higher realms, unlocking deeper layers of spiritual wisdom and divine understanding. But the concept of the Merkaba is not confined to Egyptian or Hebrew mysticism alone. Similar ideas can be found in other ancient traditions across the world. In Tibetan Buddhism, the concept of the rainbow body closely parallels the idea of the Merkaba. Tibetan teachings describe how, through spiritual mastery, the body can transform into light, allowing the soul to transcend physical death and journey beyond the material world. The process of attaining the rainbow body involves intense meditation, purification, and spiritual discipline, mirroring the teachings surrounding the Merkaba in the Hebrew and Egyptian traditions. In Vedic traditions, too, the idea of the divine vehicle appears. The gods and deities are often depicted riding celestial chariots that carry them between worlds. These chariots symbolize the journey of the soul through different realms, much like the Merkaba, which is seen as a vehicle capable of transporting the soul to higher levels of consciousness and spiritual awareness. The consistent theme across these traditions is clear. The Merkaba represents a sacred and divine vehicle that connects the human soul to the divine realms. Whether it's called a chariot, a light body, or a sacred vehicle, the Merkaba has always served as a tool for spiritual awakening, transformation, and ascension. It is not merely a symbolic concept. It is a living energy field that exists within each of us, waiting to be activated. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Merkaba is its underlying sacred geometry. The Merkaba is not just a spiritual symbol or a mystical vehicle, but a precise geometric form that carries immense energetic power. Sacred geometry is the mathematical blueprint of the universe, the very foundation upon which all creation is built. The shapes and patterns within sacred geometry govern the way nature functions, from the spirals of galaxies to the structure of atoms, the growth patterns of plants, and the formation of life itself. Within this vast cosmic language, the Merkaba occupies a central place as one of the most powerful and dynamic forms. The Merkaba itself is made up of two interlocking tetrahedrons. A tetrahedron is a three-dimensional geometric shape with four triangular faces. When one tetrahedron is pointed upward and the other downward, they create a structure known as the star tetrahedron. This particular geometry forms the energetic body known as the Merkaba, which exists as a toroidal, donut-shaped field of energy that surrounds and protects the physical body. But the true significance of this geometry goes far beyond just its shape. The interplay of these two tetrahedrons creates an energy field capable of carrying the soul into higher realms of consciousness and providing the necessary protection during spiritual ascension. Each tetrahedron in the Merkaba represents a different aspect of creation. The upward-pointing tetrahedron symbolizes masculine energy, the active force of creation, often associated with the element of fire and the sun. This tetrahedron is connected to the heavens, representing divine intention, action, and the force that drives the universe forward. It represents the active, structural, and outward-focused aspects of the universe. On the other hand, the downward-pointing tetrahedron represents feminine energy, the passive force of creation, often linked to the element of water and the moon. This tetrahedron is connected to the earth, representing intuition, flow, and inner wisdom. It embodies the nurturing, receptive, and inward-focused aspects of the universe. When these two forces, masculine and feminine, interlock and spin in opposite directions, they create an energy field that is perfectly balanced and harmonious. This dynamic energy field is the essence of the Merkaba. The spinning of these tetrahedrons creates a powerful energetic field that not only surrounds the body, but also protects it. This energetic field, known as the light body or the Merkaba field, is said to act as a shield, filtering out negative energies and protecting the soul from psychic attacks and spiritual interference. It is also believed to serve as a conduit through which the soul can travel to higher dimensions of consciousness. When activated, the Merkaba allows the soul to transcend the limitations of the physical realm, traveling freely through time and space and tapping into higher frequencies of spiritual wisdom. This sacred geometry is not just a concept or a theory. It is the very structure of a universe, expressed through mathematical patterns and divine proportions. Sacred geometry has been recognized by many ancient civilizations, from the Egyptians to the Greeks to the Mayans. The Merkaba's geometric structure is a manifestation of the divine order, reflecting the harmony and balance that exists in the cosmos. It is a symbol of divine unity, where opposites, masculine and feminine, light and dark, active and passive, are harmonized to create a unified whole. The Merkaba is closely related to another powerful symbol in sacred geometry, the flower of life. The flower of life is a geometric pattern made up of multiple interlocking circles that create a series of evenly spaced, overlapping shapes. This pattern is found in ancient temples, cathedrals, and sacred sites around the world. The flower of life contains hidden geometric forms, including the star tetrahedron, Metatron's cube, and other sacred patterns that are essential to the structure of the universe. When you study the flower of life closely, you'll see how the Merkaba fits perfectly within this divine design. By understanding the geometry of the Merkaba, we gain insight into the structure of creation itself. The Merkaba is a physical manifestation of divine consciousness, a blueprint for understanding how the universe operates. The spinning tetrahedrons represent the dynamic balance between opposites, between energy and matter, between form and formlessness. The Merkaba teaches us that the universe is not chaotic, but follows a divine order, and we can align ourselves with this order by activating our own Merkaba energy field. Activating the Merkaba is not simply an intellectual exercise or a mental process. It is an experiential practice, one that involves tuning into the energetic frequency of the Merkaba and aligning your body and soul with its cosmic vibrations. When you activate the Merkaba within yourself, you are attuning your energy to the rhythms of the universe. It is like tuning a musical instrument to the perfect pitch, allowing your energy to flow freely and harmoniously with the divine flow of the cosmos. The process of activation involves meditation, visualization, and intention. As you focus on the Merkaba's geometry, you begin to visualize the two interlocking tetrahedrons spinning in opposite directions around your body. You may feel a sense of movement or energy flowing through your body as the Merkaba activates. This is the beginning of the process of spiritual ascension. By continuing to visualize and align with the Merkaba's energy, you gradually begin to tap into higher states of consciousness, unlocking spiritual wisdom and connecting with divine guidance. As you continue practicing this sacred geometry, you may notice subtle shifts in your awareness and consciousness. You may experience a deeper sense of peace, heightened intuition, or a greater sense of connection to the divine. These are signs that the Merkaba is becoming active within you, guiding you toward greater spiritual growth and transformation. The Merkaba is not just a tool for transcending the physical realm. It is a way of living in harmony with the universe, aligning your energy with the cosmic flow and tapping into the infinite wisdom and potential within you. The concept of the Merkaba transcends the boundaries of time, and its presence can be traced back through some of the oldest and most sacred texts known to humanity. These ancient references show that the Merkaba is not just a mystical idea from modern spirituality, but a symbol that has been woven into the fabric of ancient wisdom for thousands of years. From a Hebrew Bible to the Egyptian Book of the Dead, the Merkaba has always served as a tool for spiritual ascension and transformation, used by mystics, prophets, and enlightened beings who sought to bridge the gap between the physical and the divine. One of the earliest and most well-known references to the Merkaba can be found in the Hebrew Bible, specifically in the book of Ezekiel. In this prophetic vision, Ezekiel describes a celestial chariot composed of wheels within wheels, surrounded by radiant beings and filled with divine light. This divine chariot is often interpreted by mystics and scholars as a representation of the Merkaba, a spiritual vehicle capable of lifting the soul into higher realms of consciousness. Ezekiel's vision describes a powerful energy field, a divine vehicle that transports the soul to the heavens, offering access to hidden spiritual truths and profound knowledge. In Ezekiel's description, the chariot is not just a symbolic image. It is a living, dynamic energy field that allows the soul to ascend into divine realms. The wheels within wheels represent the interconnectedness of the different levels of spiritual reality, and the radiant beings symbolize the divine forces that guide the soul through its journey. This vision is central to Kabbalistic teachings and is considered a key element in the mystical path of ascension. Jewish mystics, in particular, have long viewed the Merkaba as a divine vehicle, used to access the higher dimensions of reality and to commune directly with the divine presence. The mystical tradition that developed around this vision of the Merkaba is known as the Merkaba mysticism or the chariot mysticism in Jewish Kabbalah. This path focuses on meditation, purification, and spiritual practices that help the practitioner journey through multiple layers of heaven. By using the Merkaba as their spiritual vehicle, practitioners believe they can experience divine visions, reach higher states of consciousness, and ultimately ascend to the heavenly throne of God. The Merkaba is not just a concept of the past. It is a living practice that continues to shape the spiritual lives of those who walk the mystical path. In ancient Egyptian spirituality, the idea of the Merkaba is closely aligned with the concept of the Ka and the Ba, which we discussed earlier. The Ka is the vital life force, while the Ba represents the physical body. Together, these two aspects form the soul's journey through the material world. However, Egyptian mysticism also contains references to a divine vehicle of ascension, much like the Merkaba, which allows the soul to transcend the limitations of the physical body and ascend to the stars. In the Egyptian Book of the Dead, there are numerous references to the journey of the soul after death, where the soul travels through various stages of the afterlife, guided by divine forces and protected by sacred light. The soul's journey is facilitated by the divine light vehicle, which mirrors the same principles as the Merkaba, a structure that enables the soul to travel through different dimensions and access higher levels of consciousness. The pharaohs and high priests of ancient Egypt were believed to ascend to the stars after death by activating this light vehicle, which allowed their consciousness to live on in the celestial realms. This process is often depicted in the art and teachings of ancient Egypt, where the soul is shown ascending through the realms of the divine, guided by the light of the divine chariot. Throughout the history of Christianity, we also find references to the Merkaba, particularly in the writings of early Christian mystics and saints. In their visions and spiritual practices, these mystics described experiences of being lifted into higher dimensions, where they encountered divine beings and received divine knowledge. These experiences often involve the use of a spiritual vehicle or light body, which allowed the mystic to journey to the heavens. The concept of ascension, divine guidance, and the soul's ability to transcend the physical world can be found in the writings of early Christian saints, many of whom described encountering divine chariots of light and using these vehicles to travel between worlds. The Gnostic texts, which are ancient Christian writings that were excluded from the Bible, also contain references to the Merkaba. These texts describe the journey of the soul and the use of a divine vehicle to transcend the material world and access higher spiritual realities. In the Gnostic tradition, the Merkaba represents the divine vehicle that carries the soul through the layers of the cosmos, allowing it to reunite with the divine source. This concept is central to Gnostic spirituality, which focuses on the soul's ascent to divine knowledge and ultimate union with God. Outside of the Abrahamic traditions, we also find similar concepts in other ancient spiritual systems. In Hinduism and Buddhism, the idea of the light body or rainbow body closely resembles the Merkaba. Tibetan Buddhism, for instance, speaks of the process of attaining the rainbow body, where the physical body transforms into light, allowing the soul to transcend death and travel beyond the material realm. This transformation is achieved through intense meditation, spiritual discipline, and alignment with divine forces, much like the activation of the Merkaba. The Merkaba's presence in these diverse spiritual traditions speaks to its universal significance. Whether it's called a chariot, a light vehicle, or a divine body, the Merkaba represents the same essential truth. It is a tool for ascension, transformation, and spiritual awakening. Throughout history, the Merkaba has been a symbol of the soul's journey beyond the material world, offering a means of connecting with the divine, accessing higher consciousness, and attaining spiritual liberation. By studying these ancient texts and teachings, we reconnect with the timeless wisdom of our ancestors. The Merkaba serves as a bridge between the physical and the divine, offering us a pathway to transcend the limitations of the material world and access the infinite wisdom of the cosmos. Through the practice of activating the Merkaba, we awaken the light within us and begin our own journey of spiritual ascension. Activating the Merkaba is not just an intellectual exercise. It is a deeply personal and experiential practice that allows you to tap into higher realms of consciousness and awaken your divine potential. The Merkaba is often referred to as the vehicle of ascension, and activating it involves a process of connecting with this sacred energy field, allowing it to flow freely and harmoniously through your body, mind, and spirit. This process is one of deep meditation, focused intention, and spiritual discipline, and it requires dedication, patience, and practice. To begin the activation of the Merkaba, one must first establish a clear and sacred space for meditation. This space should be calm, free of distractions, and conducive to deep focus. Before starting, it is important to ground yourself deeply into the earth, connecting your energy to the planet's core. This grounding helps stabilize your energy and create a secure foundation for the Merkaba to activate safely. It also helps to center your awareness, allowing you to focus your energy more effectively. Once you're grounded, the next step is to focus on your breath. Conscious breathing is key to activating the Merkaba, as it helps to synchronize your body and mind with the rhythms of the universe. Many spiritual teachers recommend a specific breathing pattern for Merkaba activation, such as pranic breathing or the 18-breath Merkaba meditation. In this practice, each breath corresponds to a specific point of focus in the body, energizing each part of the system as you progress through the meditation. Begin by breathing deeply and rhythmically. As you inhale, visualize the upward-pointing tetrahedron spinning around you, representing masculine energy. As you exhale, visualize the downward-pointing tetrahedron spinning in the opposite direction, representing feminine energy. Both tetrahedrons should spin in perfect synchronization, creating a balanced and harmonious energy field around your body. With each breath, feel the energy building as the tetrahedrons continue to spin faster, merging together to form a radiant star of light surrounding you. As the Merkaba begins to activate, it is essential to hold a clear intention in your heart. The intention behind the activation is just as important as the visualization itself. The Merkaba responds most powerfully to the vibrations of love, compassion, and gratitude. This is why spiritual practitioners emphasize the importance of having a heart-centered intention during the activation process. Your intention should be focused on spiritual growth, transformation, protection, or divine guidance. You can also include affirmations or mantras that resonate with your goal for ascension, protection, and connection to higher realms. During the meditation, you may feel sensations of movement, tingling, or warmth as the energy field activates. These are signs that the Merkaba is becoming active within your light body. Trust in the process and continue breathing deeply, visualizing the spinning tetrahedrons and holding your intention with love and gratitude. The more you practice this meditation, the stronger and more vibrant the energy field becomes, allowing you to tap into higher frequencies of consciousness. Another important aspect of Merkaba activation is aligning your chakras. As the Merkaba spins, it naturally aligns with your energy centers, but you can enhance this process by visualizing each chakra opening and glowing with vibrant light. Start at the root chakra and visualize it glowing red. Then move up through each chakra, visualizing the colors associated with each energy center. As you reach the crown chakra, visualize a bright, white light radiating from the top of your head, connecting you to the divine source. Once the Merkaba is fully activated, you may experience a deep sense of inner peace, clarity, and connection to the divine. The energy of the Merkaba helps to clear away stagnant energy, emotional blockages, and limiting beliefs, allowing your energy body to become more refined and balanced. This purification process is an essential part of spiritual ascension, as it allows you to align more fully with your higher self and access the wisdom and guidance of the divine. In addition to meditation and visualization, sound and movement can also play a role in activating the Merkaba. Many spiritual traditions incorporate sacred sounds, binaural beats, or solfeggio frequencies to stimulate the pineal gland and bring the brain into a meditative frequency. These sounds can help synchronize your energy and open your consciousness to higher spiritual dimensions. Similarly, certain body postures, mudras, or hand gestures can be used to focus energy and enhance the Merkaba activation process. The key to successfully activating the Merkaba is consistency. It is not something that happens overnight, but rather through continuous practice and dedication. Each time you meditate on the Merkaba, you strengthen your light body and deepen your connection to the higher realms. As you continue practicing, you may begin to notice subtle shifts in your consciousness, such as heightened intuition, a greater sense of inner peace, and an increased awareness of the divine presence in your life. When a Merkaba is activated, it becomes more than just an energy field. It becomes a spiritual vehicle that transports your consciousness to higher dimensions. Many mystics and spiritual teachers describe out-of-body experiences, divine visions, and encounters with celestial beings through the use of the Merkaba. As your Merkaba becomes more active, you will find yourself more attuned to higher frequencies and better able to navigate life with clarity, wisdom, and purpose. Over time, as the Merkaba becomes more integrated into your life, it will serve as a protective shield, filtering out negative energies, psychic attacks, and emotional disturbances. The Merkaba field creates a safe space for your soul, helping you stay connected to source energy while navigating the challenges of the physical world. This protection allows you to move through life with greater confidence and grace, knowing that you are divinely supported and guided. The Merkaba is often referred to as a spiritual vehicle, and for good reason. This sacred geometry is more than just an energy field. It is a dynamic, multidimensional tool that facilitates ascension, transformation, and spiritual evolution. When activated, the Merkaba becomes a powerful vessel that allows the soul to travel through different dimensions, tapping into higher frequencies of consciousness and spiritual wisdom. It acts as a bridge between the physical realm and the divine, guiding the soul through the layers of reality and providing protection along the way. The Merkaba's role as a spiritual vehicle is not just symbolic, it is practical. When you activate the Merkaba within your light body, you create an energetic field that surrounds and protects you. This field acts as a shield, filtering out negative energy and psychic attacks, while simultaneously expanding your consciousness and elevating your vibration. The Merkaba functions as a container for your soul's energy, holding it in a sacred space and allowing it to transcend the limitations of the physical world. One of the most important aspects of the Merkaba is its ability to transport the soul beyond the boundaries of the material realm. Mystics and spiritual teachers throughout history have described out-of-body experiences, divine visions, and encounters with celestial beings facilitated by the Merkaba. By activating this divine vehicle, the soul is able to journey to higher dimensions, accessing knowledge, wisdom, and spiritual guidance that would otherwise be inaccessible in the physical realm. This process of spiritual travel is often referred to as ascension, and it is the key to unlocking the soul's full potential. The Merkaba's role as a spiritual vehicle is not limited to just traveling to higher realms. It also allows the soul to navigate through the challenges and obstacles of the physical world. When activated, the Merkaba creates a harmonious energy field that helps to balance the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual aspects of the individual. This balance allows you to move through life with greater ease and clarity, responding to challenges with calm and grace. The Merkaba helps you stay grounded in the present moment while remaining connected to your higher self, providing guidance and protection as you navigate the ups and downs of life. The Merkaba is also a powerful tool for spiritual protection. When activated, it creates a toroidal energy field that shields you from negative influences, psychic attacks, and energetic interference. This field acts as a buffer, keeping your energy field intact and protected from lower vibrations. As a result, the Merkaba helps to maintain your spiritual integrity, allowing you to stay focused on your spiritual growth and connection to the divine. It acts as a sanctuary for the soul, offering a safe space where you can recharge, heal, and realign with your higher purpose. In addition to providing protection, the Merkaba enhances the soul's ability to access higher knowledge and wisdom. As a spiritual vehicle, it acts as a conduit for divine insight, allowing you to receive guidance from the higher realms. This can manifest in the form of intuitive insights, dreams, or visions that offer clarity and direction in your life. The Merkaba also opens the channels of communication with celestial beings, including angels, guides, and other enlightened entities, who can offer support and assistance on your spiritual journey. Through the Merkaba, you're able to access the Akashic records, the field of universal knowledge that contains the memories of all souls and events across time. One of the most profound aspects of the Merkaba is its ability to accelerate spiritual growth. By connecting with the Merkaba, you're aligning yourself with the cosmic rhythm of the universe. The Merkaba's energy is in perfect harmony with the divine flow, allowing you to move through the process of spiritual evolution with greater ease. As you activate the Merkaba, you begin to experience a deep sense of peace, clarity, and inner balance. The Merkaba's energy aligns your chakras, strengthens your light body, and enhances your connection to the divine. As a result, you are able to transcend lower frequencies and move closer to your highest potential. The Merkaba is also a powerful tool for healing. Its energy field has the ability to clear stagnant energy, emotional blockages, and physical ailments. As you activate the Merkaba, you may feel a sense of warmth or tingling as the energy moves through your body, clearing away negative energy and restoring balance. This healing process is not just limited to the physical body. It extends to the emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies as well. The Merkaba helps you release old patterns, limiting beliefs, and negative emotions, allowing you to step into a state of greater health, vitality, and spiritual alignment. In addition to its healing and transformative properties, the Merkaba is a catalyst for spiritual awakening. When activated, it opens the heart, expands consciousness, and heightens awareness. The Merkaba allows you to see beyond the limitations of the material world, revealing the deeper truths of the universe and your connection to the divine. Through the Merkaba, you gain access to higher states of awareness, where you can experience a sense of oneness with the universe and the divine source. This awakening leads to a profound shift in perspective, where you begin to see yourself, others, and the world around you through the lens of higher consciousness. The Merkaba is not a tool reserved for only advanced spiritual practitioners. It is available to anyone who is willing to put in the effort to activate it. Through consistent practice, meditation, and visualization, anyone can access the power of the Merkaba and experience its transformative effects. It is a tool for spiritual growth and ascension that is available to all, regardless of their spiritual background or level of experience. Whether you are just beginning your spiritual journey or have been walking the path for many years, the Merkaba offers a powerful way to accelerate your growth and access the divine wisdom within. Once the Merkaba is activated, it becomes more than just a tool for spiritual ascension. It becomes a way of living in harmony with your true, multidimensional self. The Merkaba is not something that you activate once and forget about. It is an ongoing practice, a sacred journey that transforms your entire being, allowing you to live from a place of higher consciousness and divine alignment. It is a living energy field that supports you in every aspect of your life, guiding you toward greater peace, clarity, and purpose. One of the most profound transformations that occurs when the Merkaba is activated is the deepening of your connection to your higher self. The Merkaba acts as a bridge between the physical realm and the divine, helping you to access your inner wisdom, intuition, and spiritual guidance. As you work with the Merkaba, you begin to experience a greater sense of oneness with the universe. You start to see the interconnectedness of all things and recognize that you are a part of a vast, divine plan. This awareness shifts your perspective on life, and you begin to live with a deeper sense of purpose and clarity. As your Merkaba energy field strengthens and expands, you may notice subtle shifts in your consciousness. You may feel more connected to your intuition, more aware of the subtle energies around you, and more aligned with the flow of the universe. These changes may seem small at first, but over time, they will lead to profound shifts in how you experience the world. You will begin to respond to life's challenges with greater calm, grace, and inner peace. The Merkaba helps you maintain balance amidst chaos, offering a sense of stability and guidance that keeps you centered in your spiritual truth. Another significant transformation that occurs with the activation of the Merkaba is the refinement of your energy field. The Merkaba is designed to clear negative energy, emotional blockages, and old patterns that no longer serve your highest good. As the Merkaba works its magic, it begins to purify your energy body, allowing you to release past trauma, limiting beliefs, and toxic emotions. This purification process not only benefits your spiritual well-being, but also has a positive impact on your physical, mental, and emotional health. You may find that you feel lighter, more energized, and more at peace as your Merkaba energy field grows stronger. The Merkaba also enhances your ability to manifest and create your desired reality. When activated, the Merkaba aligns you with the divine flow of the universe, helping you tap into your innate creative power. Your thoughts, words, and intentions become more focused and potent as the Merkaba amplifies your energy field. You begin to notice more synchronicities, opportunities, and manifestations in your life. By living in alignment with the Merkaba's energy, you become more attuned to the natural flow of abundance and creativity that exists in the universe, allowing you to manifest your dreams and desires with greater ease. In addition to enhancing your personal transformation, the Merkaba also serves as a powerful tool for spiritual protection. As the Merkaba's energy field expands, it creates a protective shield around you, filtering out negative energies, psychic attacks, and energetic interference. This protective field serves as a sanctuary for your soul, ensuring that you remain grounded in divine light while navigating the challenges of the physical world. It keeps you aligned with your higher purpose, preventing you from being distracted or thrown off course by external forces. One of the most beautiful aspects of the Merkaba is its ability to harmonize opposites within you. As the two tetrahedrons spin in opposite directions, they represent the balance between masculine and feminine energies, action and receptivity, light and dark. The Merkaba teaches you how to integrate these opposing forces within yourself, creating a sense of wholeness and unity. This integration of opposites allows you to live from a place of balance, where you can embrace both the light and dark aspects of yourself without judgment. You learn to flow with life, knowing that both the light and the dark are essential parts of the divine plan. As you continue to live with the Merkaba, you may find that your relationships with others deepen. The Merkaba helps you connect with others on a soul level, allowing you to communicate more authentically and compassionately. You begin to recognize the divine spark in everyone you meet, and this awareness fosters deeper connections, understanding, and empathy. The Merkaba helps you heal old wounds, release resentments, and open your heart to unconditional love. You become more loving, compassionate, and understanding, not just with yourself, but with others as well. The transformation that occurs with the Merkaba is not always instant. It takes time, practice, and dedication. But the more you align with the Merkaba's energy, the more you begin to notice its effects in your life. Over time, you may begin to experience profound shifts in your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. The Merkaba helps you evolve into the highest version of yourself, unlocking your full potential and guiding you towards spiritual enlightenment. The Merkaba is not just a tool for personal transformation, it is a tool for collective ascension. As more individuals activate their Merkaba and align with higher consciousness, the collective energy of humanity begins to shift. The Merkaba helps to raise the collective vibration, bringing more light and love into the world. By activating your Merkaba, you contribute to the collective awakening of humanity, helping to create a world that is more harmonious, compassionate, and spiritually awakened. The Merkaba, as we've explored throughout this journey, is much more than a symbol or an abstract spiritual tool. It is a divine, living energy field that exists within all of us, waiting to be awakened. By understanding its sacred geometry, its origins in ancient spiritual teachings, and the transformative power it holds, we can begin to unlock its full potential in our lives. Through activation, the Merkaba serves as a vehicle of spiritual ascension, a conduit to higher realms of consciousness, and a protective shield that helps us navigate the challenges of the physical world. What makes the Merkaba so powerful is that it transcends the limitations of the material world. It is a tool for spiritual growth, healing, and self-realization, offering us the ability to break free from the constraints of the physical body and step into our true, divine nature. As you continue to practice the activation of your Merkaba, you will experience profound shifts in your awareness, your energy field, and your relationship with the universe. It's not just about intellectual understanding. It's about experiencing the divine energy of the Merkaba and allowing it to guide you on your spiritual journey. The Merkaba reminds us that we are multidimensional beings, capable of transcending the physical world and accessing higher states of consciousness. It teaches us that true spiritual growth comes from inner harmony, balance, and alignment with the divine. Through consistent practice, dedication, and intention, the Merkaba becomes a powerful tool that transforms every aspect of our lives, helping us reconnect with our higher self and remember our divine purpose. Now, it is your turn. Begin the journey of Merkaba activation with love, intention, and trust in the process. Let the Merkaba guide you towards spiritual awakening. And remember that the power to unlock your highest potential has always been within you.